Hello there, troopers. Welcome back to General Kenobi's Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me tonight here on The High Ground. If this is the first time you are joining us, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hope you like what you see. Uh, if this is your very first time here on the channel, we like Star Wars around here. We like to talk about Star Wars toys, Star Wars news, anything and everything Star Wars. Now, that's not to say that's all we do. If you go back and check the previous episode, episode 11, we had a very special guest uh, called The Legacy of Nerd. And he is a Power Rangers collector. So, like I said, we don't always talk about Star Wars, but primarily that is what we do. So, if that's something that interests you, I hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy tonight's show, and I hope you get to check out the YouTube channel. Again, we do toy hunts, we do toy reviews, unboxings, etc., etc. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, everybody can hear me okay. I'm actually trying out a new mic, uh, and I hope that it's working out and I'm not just talking to myself right now. Um, but if I am, somebody can put in the chat. Uh, hey, what's going on? Guys, do yourself a favor, go check out Action Figure Podcast YouTube channel. Great stuff. Appreciate you stopping by tonight, man. Hello there. Rolando, thank you. Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate you. Guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. Again, I'm trying out a new mic, so I just want to make sure that I'm not too loud or too low volume. Okay, well, I hope everybody is doing awesome on this Wednesday night, middle of the week. Weekend's almost here. We can almost taste it, right? So, quick update. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Quick update. I don't know if you can tell on the back. I did a little bit of rearranging over the weekend. I've actually pulled together the details all to one side and then the bookcases all to the other side. And I kind of dig the way it looks now because my OCD can't really handle it, but I think it looks better with all the details put together like that. And then, more of the encased stuff on this side. Also, I think it's going to help with some of the background for when I'm filming. I usually film on this table that you see right here. And so the details will be the thing that you see now the most. So I think it's going to look nice. We need to work on filling those up. Don't worry, I got plenty of stuff just waiting to be opened. Um, but tonight, the main topic I want to talk about is a little known convention from an upcoming company called Disney. Convention is called D23. For those of you who don't know what D23 is basically Disney's very own Comic Con type of thing. All right. That is where they show all of their new stuff, new properties, you know, uh, new properties that are acquired, all properties that are revamping, new movies, new TV shows, etc., etc. Right. And as you know, Star Wars is one of them now. So, a lot of announcements coming out from last week's D23 convention. And we're going to talk about a few of those here, more specifically to Star Wars. There are a couple of Marvel announcements that I was hoping were going to get done, but it doesn't seem like it happened, or not the ones that we were waiting for. But yeah, so Marvel fans were kind of lukewarm. I think Star Wars fans, I think we got some good stuff out of that convention. So, like I said, we'll talk about it tonight. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Appreciate you joining, man. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Hola, muchas gracias. So, let's do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. I would greatly appreciate it, guys, if you could follow me on Instagram. Address right there. Other way. Just kidding. Address right there. general.kenobis.bunker. That is usually where I post almost daily, and that's where I post updates and stuff that I find on hunts. And when I'm planning to go live, for example, that's where I normally announce it first. Uh, and I like to share pictures of my collection and things like that. So go check me out there if you haven't yet. But I am also trying to grow my TikTok. So um, it's going okay. Not, I know I'm not gonna say I'm a TikToker now. I'm still learning, but I would greatly appreciate if you can go check it out. Again, I try to share stuff that I find, um, and stuff that I have in my collection, right? Things that are sort of rare, or little known facts, kind of that kind of thing. So I would appreciate if you guys give me a follow there. Hello there. My man, Nerd Affiliated, also known as Hey Archer. Guys, go check him out on YouTube. Um, One of the best podcast shows out there, covering anything and everything geek related. They did a great job on covering some of the Marvel announcements, Star Wars, etc. So go check him out. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at some of that stuff that was also announced on D23 for sure. Hey, look who's here. San Antonio's very own Power Rangers expert, my man, the Legacy of Nerd. Um, just so you guys know, we did a joint hunt over the weekend. That video is going to be posted on Friday here on the channel. Again, I would appreciate it if you guys check it out. It's the very first time that I've done a hunt with another hunter, and it was pretty fun. We saw a lot of cool stuff. I didn't pick up that much because, as you saw on my previous hunt, I ended up buying a little bit more than I should have. But I'd appreciate it, guys, if you check it out on Friday. Also, do yourself a favor. Go check out. I keep doing that. Go check out the Legacy of Nerd. Great channel. My man's taking off. Hello there. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Hey, Jager, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining. Also, guys, I know I'm shouting out a bunch of people, but all these guys have really good channels. Jaeger specializes on breaking the news about DC McFarlane stuff, and he does an awesome job. All right, there's some stuff coming down the pipeline, and my man Jaeger has it covered. Hey, Yukon Fuel, thank you for being here. Doing good, man. Hey, I've been meaning to catch your latest video I saw, and you've been on fire with those topics. Okay, so Yukon Phil did a video that really got to me a few days back regarding budgeting when doing or when buying toys. All right, and I feel that that's something that we don't talk about enough in the community, and I think Phil did a really good job at explaining and even sharing what his budget is, what his mentality behind that budget is. So if you haven't, go check it out. It's really good. Today he posted another video with another great topic, saying basically when is it time to sell toys, right? Out of your collection, things like that. I think we've all done it at some point when we have a big project coming up, or we just grew tired of a line and want to switch things up. So I still got to check out that video, but I'm sure it's going to be really good. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was telling earlier that I moved stuff around a little bit. I think the details look a lot better, put together. And these guys, they're encased, so I feel like it vibes a little bit better. I'm hoping that it also does a better job at being a background for the blogging, So let me know what you guys think next time you see the video here in the bunker. So thanks everyone for joining me tonight again. Let's start hitting some of the D23 announcements. Now, as you know, I'm all about the toys. I'm all about the collectibles. So we're going to go real quick to some of the stuff that was announced and that was on the floor at the convention. And I wanted to talk about this last week, but honestly, the talk with my man, the Legacy of Nerd, was so good that I honestly forgot. Okay. Again, guys, if you haven't, go check that out. That previous episode 11 of The High Ground, featuring the Legacy of Nerd, who, by the way, gives the sweetest explanation as to why he chose that name for his channel. Okay, so do yourself a favor, go check it out. It's good stuff. All right, so very quickly, let me see. There was an article on StarWars.com where they're basically showing the collectibles that were going to be available for D23. Now, some of these are exclusive, meaning they would only be there at the convention, but some of them are first to market. And now what that means, and it can be a little bit confusing, is that the products are offered for the first time at the convention, but they are not exclusives, meaning you could get them first if you're on the spot, but if not, other stores will carry them later on. So just keep that in mind. So we got some watches, some fig pins, of course. Now this wasn't exclusive, obviously. Fig pins are blowing up, by the way. I'm sure many of you already know them. I myself don't own a single one, but their design and their popularity are through the roof. So some of those new art plushies, let me see if I can blow this up a little bit more so you can see the texture on this guy. Is basically meant to be a denim finish on the plushie. We got some backpacks. Excuse me. Now these socks are awesome, and I believe those are first to market, so they are available from the distributor. But those are basically imitating one of my favorite scenes in the entire Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show. All right, that fight was just epic, and that scene where where Vader gets the helmet cut, incredible. Now these I like. These are, let me see if I can show them better like that. So these are meant to be kyber crystals, right? But if you notice, the necklace is shaped sort of like the hilt of the lightsaber that it belongs to. And so they had these two exclusive again. Now they're a little bit pricey though, $150, but they look very nice. Some rings for the Mandalorian in your life. Fennec Shand. Some nice t-shirts. I'm sorry, shirts. Now, these are the ones I want to talk about. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. So let me see if I can get that in frame. There we go. So these guys are the exclusive to D23. All right. They will not be there anywhere else. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Legacy Lightsaber 3-pack limited edition box. Okay. It went, because again, the convention already passed, it went for $550. All right. Let that sink in. More than $500 for 3 lightsabers. Now, what lightsabers are here? It is basically the evolution of the Obi-Wan Kenobi sabers. The first one that you see back here, that is the Episode 1 and Episode 2 hilt. Then you got the Episode 3 in the middle. And then technically, the last one here is the same, but more weathered, right? So that is meant to represent the period of time that we saw on the TV show, which now they're calling the dark times. And that's why it's more weathered. That's why it's a little bit dirtier. Let's try to zoom in here. If you notice, whoops, it does have, basically the same design as the other one, but it is meant to be more weathered, like I said, because remember in the show, he basically hid it for 10 years. So the sands of Tatooine will do nasty things to it. There's some like carbon scorching. What used to be some of the shinier parts are weathered away, things like that, which looks awesome. And of course, it comes in this nice little box. Now, before you ask, the necklaces are kind of cool. I actually like them a lot. Their design, I think it's pretty. Original. Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, keep in mind these are the legacy sabers, right? Which means these are basically the same ones you can get at the park at Galaxy's Edge. Now, each one of those normally is about, I want to say like 200, 220 bucks. Now, keep in mind, that is just for the hilt, all right? Just for the handle of the lightsaber. If you want the blade that, ignites and everything, these are electronic, of course. They got the sounds, they got, the effects and all that stuff. But you have to buy a blade separate so that you can attach it to the hilt. Now, the blade itself, I want to say is like another 80 bucks or so. And it is interchangeable. So basically, depending on what lightsaber you're putting it into or what hilt you're putting it into, is the color that will be reflected on the blade. But still, keep in mind, this set does not include that. Okay, this is just the 3 hilts in the box. But here's the other thing. This box set is limited to 3,000 pieces. And while that may sound like a lot, trust me, these are gonna be super rare, and they are already going for over $1,000 on the secondary market. What they promised us was that these were gonna be physically at the convention, but a certain number was also going to be released on the Shop Disney website, which is the store for Disney. That has not happened yet. Okay, the convention ended over the weekend, and the sabers were not put up for sale. So there is a lot of speculation if those are going to be offered at all. I'm hoping that they are, because it would at least give somebody else a chance to get them, not just the people that were there physically at the convention, as many of us could not attend, of course. But also, if they do, I think I'm going to try to grab one. All right. Now, before you judge me crazy, keep in mind, these are limited. They will not be sold anywhere else. All right. At least not in this presentation. The hilts themselves more than likely will be sold at the park at some point, if not already. But the box, basically the box set itself, that's what's exclusive to the convention. And it already happened last year with Ahsoka's sabers, and those were at the backle to try to get online. Some of the other Star Wars collectors out there, they were trying to get them. They banded together. It was like 5 or 6 of them that I know of, trying to all get them at the same time on their laptops, on their phones, on their desktops, all of them. So different devices. And I think only 1 or 2 of them at most got it. So it's kind of crazy. Shop Disney website sucks. You would think that Disney has a flawless, experience online. They really don't. So like I said, if I've been keeping my ear to the ground, so to speak, but nobody has seen them pop up. So right now, the only people that got them, again, because they were already sold out, that got them, they got them physically at the convention, the D23 in Anaheim. Yeah. Oh man, imagine. Honestly, at the rate they're selling right now, if you could get 2, you could probably, sell 1 and pay, end up with the other one for free. Yeah, no, I wish, man. That's gonna be a credit card, finance purchase right there. Again, if I even get the chance. I've debated about it. I love the way these sabers look. I love, everything about this. Just, screams at me. I don't own any of them. I don't own any of the legacy sabers. But again, I feel that if I'm gonna get any, it should be the Kenobi ones, right? Oh man, yeah. Honestly, like I said, I already saw it happen with the Ahsoka ones, and well. It's not to say that I don't like Ahsoka. Of course, I like her. I enjoy her character, but I'm not a huge fan of Ahsoka, right? So I didn't particularly care too much about those sabers, but I did see a lot of people, try to go through the motions and try to get them, and it was definitely not happening. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if push come to shove and you have to sell them, you will have no problems, getting your money back and probably then some, right? Um, Okay, so like I said, I wanted to cover those with you, and the rest of the stuff, some cool clothing, a lot of white for my taste. I don't know. I like the backpack though, and you know, some of the other merch that was going to be available. But like I said, to me, the sabers were definitely the highlight. Okay, so Action Figure Podcast asks, "Are you planning on watching Andor?" Yes, absolutely. Um, they put out yet another trailer, which I sort of feel was unnecessary at this point because, in case you didn't know, by the way, Andor drops in a week. Okay, and we're gonna get 3 episodes, so keep an eye to that. I'm excited for it. I wasn't at the beginning, and you guys know this. I've talked about it before here on the high ground. I wasn't too excited because I still am a little bit hesitant to see which way they go with the character. Something that I always enjoyed about it in Rogue One was that he wasn't necessarily the good guy, right? Or not the classic good guy, at least. So I'm hoping that the TV show, explores more of what happened to him to get to that point, and it seems like they are. They've been showing clips and things like that. If you guys went to see Rogue One a couple of weeks back when it was re-released in IMAX, they showed a clip of an episode, and it seems that during D23 they showed that same clip, or relatively the same footage to the people attending. So I'm all for it. I like the aesthetic a lot, and hey, yeah, I appreciate that, guy. Legacy of Nerd, thank you so much. And yeah, guys, if you could, go ahead and boop that like button. It really helps the channel. It really helps the video, spread out there. And also, guys, I mean, if you could just share the content with people you think would enjoy it, I would greatly appreciate that. So let's do something now. For those of you who have not seen the trailer, what do you say we watch it together real quick? Now, again, this is the trailer that just dropped, like 4 days ago or something. So we can take a quick look, all of us together. I saw it then, I haven't seen it again. So I put on my headphones because I want to listen to everything that's going on. And let's start sharing it. Clone
Spies,
troopers,
saboteurs,
Mon Mothma.
assassins. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Cassian Andor.
There we go.
Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself. You'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. Wouldn't
Spoiler.
you rather give it all at once to something real?
Hey, Nostalgic Toy
We've
Plus,
chosen a
what's going
side.
on, man? We're
We're
watching
fighting
the
against
Andor
the dark.
new trailer that dropped
There
for
is an
D23.
organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will
Look at
suffer.
that.
Time has come to force their hand.
At
Yeah.
what cost?
Everything!
That looks
Every day
very
we wait.
cinematic, by the way.
They get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good.
Call it what you will.
Let's call it war.
I'm hoping that we get to see Saw Gerrera more on his prime.
They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Star Wars Andor 3-episode premiere.
There we go.
September 21st.
September 21st, guys. Don't forget, like I said, we're getting 3 episodes, which I think is bonkers. Now, let me know what you think about the trailer in case you hadn't seen it. Again, a lot of it has been shown already. All right, there's only 1 or 2 scenes maybe that are new to this. Also, I forgot to mention Nostalgic Toy Plus. Go check out his YouTube channel. He's got some really good stuff as well. Yeah, I have to agree. It just sets the tone, definitely. Right? I mean, honestly, the trailers have been doing a really good job, at least for me, of hyping this up. All right. Like I said, I wasn't 100% on board from the beginning when I heard about it, because I wasn't really sure where they're going. But looking at this, I think it's gonna be nice. I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah, same here, man. With everything, okay. Covering something else. So before Andor, Bad Batch season 2 was supposed to drop. Now that has been pushed, as far as I know, all the way to next year, 2023. So I've heard, different things about that. That the animation wasn't quite up to par, that they're trying to space them out more because some other shows down the line fell through, so they're trying to fill gaps here and there. That's all fine and dandy. I wasn't, or still am not, super hyped for Bad Batch season 2, but I'm all there for Andor. Okay, I think it's gonna be awesome. Spoiler alert: I'm gonna be trying to do reviews, quick reviews. Don't worry, for the episodes. So look forward to that. I'm gonna try to post them on Friday after the episode drops. So that gives everybody a couple of days to catch up to them, and then hopefully you guys enjoy those. And definitely, if nothing else, we're gonna be discussing them here on the High Ground. So it looks like we might keep the Wednesday schedule, but like I said, next Wednesday, 3 episodes, and this show is gonna be pretty long compared to Kenobi or The Mandalorian. From what I heard, it's 24 episodes. All right, so I think we're gonna get 12 and 12, if I'm not mistaken, because remember, this has already been announced. It's gonna be 2 seasons. Now, season 1 is supposed to cover a period of 5 years before Rogue One. So that puts it very close to the Kenobi series, right? Within like 4 or 5 years. So, and it puts it right smack in the range of Rebels. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying anybody's, needs to pop up or anything like that, but we saw Saw Gerrera, who obviously is going to be very prominent on the show. Mon Mothma, same thing. So who's to say we don't get Hera or, even Kanan, right? Hey, I like Book of Boba Fett. Well, I like most of Book of Boba Fett, right? I feel it was like a wasted opportunity, honestly. I don't think it quite found its footing. I don't think they knew exactly what they wanted to do with it before they started rolling the cameras. That's all I'm saying. But it looked amazing. That's for sure. Dude, right? I mean, come on. It's prime, part of the story and that period. Yeah, I would love to see those guys. Kanan and Hera at least. It doesn't have to be the whole Ghost crew, but those 2 guys, why not, right? Working with Saw, something like that. So, so that's coming, like I said, next week. Don't forget. Next thing, though, we had a. Oh, definitely, yeah. Chopper has to be there for sure. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about is another show called Tales of the Jedi. Now, I learned about Tales of the Jedi back in Celebration in May. I was actually able to get into the panel. Tales of the Jedi is going to follow basically the style of the Clone Wars and Bad Batch. They were written by Dave Filoni, and they are mainly short stories, right? And therefore short episodes, just to sort of fill in the gap on some of the shows that we've already seen and some of the stories we never really got to see visually. So let's take a quick look to that trailer now. And guys, let me know what you think on those. Again, this ones I sort of knew about, but it's good to see that it's being well received, overall. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is the D23 trailer for Tales of the Jedi.
Everywhere there is life, but you must face death.
It's Padme's funeral.
Do not fear it.
It's baby Ahsoka.
Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
Check that
The
out.
way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Look at that, straight out of the Clone
I
Wars.
want to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Master, stop!
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan.
Again.
See that? Boom.
Again.
Dooku, stand down.
Ooh.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness.
Check that out.
Pays off. And who might you be?
Hey, hey. What you guys think? Right? Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I enjoyed a lot of things with it, but overall, as a cohesive show, I don't know. I think it was a little bit lacking. Dude, same here. So I was already hyped. Like I said, I was lucky enough to get into that panel during Celebration. And I want to share a couple of things with you here that I think will get you guys excited also, if you don't already know. First of all, they're going to cover, as I said, some periods of times that we know about, but we haven't really seen. Pointing in case is obviously, this is very Dooku heavy, but I want to see if I could...
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
My Padawan.
Okay, so just in case you didn't catch that, this is Qui-Gon Jinn as Count Dooku's Padawan, right? Now, here's the cool thing. They actually brought back Liam Neeson to do some of the voice. But there will be scenes or episodes where Qui-Gon Jinn is actually younger, right? And for those scenes, they actually brought in Liam Neeson's son to do the voice, which I think is freaking awesome. Dave Filoni was talking about it, that he was super happy they were able to do that. I think it's an awesome touch, it's an awesome detail, and it just brings that much more, richness to the character. Now, I wanted, did you guys catch that that awesome look for Obi-Wan? Where is it?
Dooku, stand down.
Where is it? Okay, something that I wanted to point out. See if I can catch it.
Stand down.
Basically, that's right. Basically, Ahsoka was at Padme's funeral, which I think is heartbreaking and awesome at the same time. Anyway, I wanted to see if I could catch Obi-Wan with that awesome Episode 2 look. with the long hair, even though he's wearing the clone armor. Uh, because I think that's a really nice nod to the Tartakovsky TV show, where he put on the clone armor first, and then he still had the long hair from episode 2, because this was right after that. Yeah, so what I saw there more than anything was actually Yadle, which is again the female version of Yoda, uh, fighting Dooku. So I think that is gonna be so cool, because first of all, she's coming back, and I feel we don't know nearly enough about her, even though she's more prominent in the High Republic novels and comic books. I want to see her, right? Like, I want to see her in a show. Yeah, so I think that's more or less what they're gonna touch on. His basically his decline into the dark side. More than anything, I think it's more him being disillusioned with the Jedi Order, right? Oh yeah, it's gonna be so great. Yeah, I thought so too. I thought that was a really good touch. Didn't even think about it, before. So I love it when they recreate, movie scenes, right, that we've seen. Again, sorry, Revenge of the Sith, 2005. We've seen it, for almost 18 years, 20 years, whatever it is. But then they drop in, little things like that that just make perfect sense. 20 years later, and they're still enhancing the story that we think we know, which I absolutely love. Yeah, exactly, right. I mean, it just makes sense. I love seeing the clones again. Like I said, it's like a spiritual, successor to the Clone Wars. A little bit more, I feel, than Bad Batch. I really hope Bad Batch comes into its own on season 2. I'm really looking forward to them bringing in Cody and Rex a little bit more. Yes, exactly. They got enough material, man. There's some stories out there that would for sure fill up a season, right? I mean, just the traveling with Count Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn as a Padawan, just with that, you have more than enough material. Yeah, exactly. So they're gonna be short stories again, but as opposed to Visions, these guys are gonna be, I guess, a little bit more canon in a way, right? Again, all of these are sort of landmarks that we know exist, but we haven't seen them, right? They haven't really been developed, and that's the genius of Dave Filoni, that he just keeps bringing up, in betweens like that, and he can fill up a whole season of them. Exactly. So, yeah, Visions was gorgeous. All right, and we are getting a second season. Okay, so look out for that. I believe next year. I think it was done really well. Again, some of it, got a little bit not necessarily repetitive, but very similar, because since they were sort of separate studios doing their own thing, right? They some of them came up with the same thing, obviously, which is the popular stuff, lightsabers, force lightning, things like that. Each one of them is individually beautiful on their own style, but as the overall, if you watch them all like at once, you can see, a little bit of a pattern on some of them. So I'm hoping they either continue those individual storylines on season 2, or they give us just another batch of brand new ones. Yeah, exactly. So Bad Batch is fun. I grew to enjoy it more as it kept going during the season 1. But like I said, season 2, the thing that I was most excited about is to get some more characters such as Cody and Rex. The Bad Batch clones themselves, I feel they better serve as being backup, or as being surrounding characters, right? Not front center main characters. I don't know. I'm hoping that changes, but that's kind of where I am with the show right now. But again, that was pushed back to next year, so we'll see. Ah, what do you think? You're some sort of Jedi? Mind tricks don't work on me. I'm a Toydarian. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, like I said, my head's off to them for trying different things because not all of them did. Honestly, some of them, they went for the how can I say it, for the safe bet of what is gonna sell, right? Lightsaber fight, and we're gonna make it look awesome. Um, so I wanted to show you guys. So remember a few episodes back that I actually cracked open one of these guys, one of these little blind boxes, and I just dropped one for Micro Galaxy Squadrons, and then I couldn't find any during my hunts. Sure enough, my wife goes to get groceries. She gets me the whole freaking box right there. So she got me basically a 12 pack, right? And she just grabbed the whole thing. So what do you say? I think we should open a couple of them and see what we get. So we're gonna start off with this middle one. And remember, these guys are basically the Scout Edition, which means you can get one of one of those guys, which are basically Scout bikes. The 3 are supposed to be some of the chases, and then you get a little chicken walker for the clones. So let's crack this open. This thing has a lot of tape on it, so we're just gonna cut it. Hey, remember that, right? Yeah, like I said, all of them have good things, to do, but some of them I kind of wish they would have gone a little bit further out. Hey, man, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining, man. I appreciate that. Oh, thanks, man. Like I was telling these guys earlier that I just moved stuff around over the weekend. I was scared to, drop everything, and it came out okay, though. No, man, you've done way more than enough finding me that chase. My head's off to you because I've never even seen them. Yeah. No, as I mentioned, I have not found a single chase for Galaxy Squadron. I found all the way just today, actually, just before this. I found the Slave One or Boba Fett's ship, which I have. It's back there, but that one my wife found it. Like I said, she finds everything. I don't. I mean, I've tried to get her to film, but it's not happening. So basically, she found me the Slave One, and I just saw it, today. Finally, of course, when I don't need it. My man Hey Archer though found me the Moff Gideon TIE Fighter chase. So thank you for that. Hey, appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. GeForce, man, you better like it. All right, this is all your fault. All right, you know that. Okay. So, a little bit of context. Last time I did a premiere on one of my videos, GeForce was the only one actually watching during the premiere, which I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for that. And I'm not calling anybody out. It was at a weird time. Most of us, were probably working anyway. But the point is that he makes a comment saying, "If I were you, I would move, like sort of reshuffle your setup in the background, to make it more visually striking." And that was the straw that broke the camel's back, or however that saying goes. I'm terrible at those. Because I'd been literally thinking about it for like 2 weeks now, just going over in my head. How can I, there's something missing. I don't fully like it. I kind of just, I think I need to do something, but I'm not sure what. And so sure enough, GeForce is like, yeah, I would move it around. I was like, that's it. It's happening. I don't want to, but I want to at the same time. So we did, and I kind of like the way it looks. I mean, again, let me know what do you guys think, but I feel that this vibes, better. And like I said, this is all the details back there are gonna help make a better background during the shows. So, dude, seriously, like she's she's got crazy like look. Like it's not even funny. Well, it's a little bit funny, but yes, sir. Much appreciated, man. I needed that. So got this guy open. Let's see what we got. So I'm gonna try to open it towards the camera. And we got the chicken walker. You guys see that? Let's see if it'll focus. Look at that little clone right there. That's kind of, these are cool, man. I like them. A little bit more paint, you know, on the body. Could have been a little bit better, but you know, for the $5 or $6 these are priced at, I think these are fine. And I'm a sucker for miniatures, by the way, so I really enjoy these. So we got that one. Hey, I appreciate that, Legacy. Thank you so much. And so if you guys haven't seen it already, I posted a reaction video to this following trailer, but I figure we saved the best for last. So probably the most popular thing to come out of D23 announcements is the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer. So let me cue it up here and we can go ahead and check it out together, just in case somebody hasn't seen it for some reason, right? Let's go ahead and check it out, because there's a couple of things that I want to talk about on it.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father.
I think we got the music.
The clan of 2.
Man, Navarro is looking good.
But you have removed your helmet. Then you are a Mandalorian. No more.
Whatever. Got the Darksaber. Oh yeah. Look at that. Come on.
Fractured our people.
Ooh, busted up Mandalore.
Where were you then?
Check this out. Come on.
Did you think your dad was the only Mandalorian?
Oh, here we go.
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
Oh, we are. All right. What did you guys think? Had you seen it before? I'm assuming pretty much everybody here already saw it. Like I said, it was one of the biggest things announced. So, like I said, I posted a reaction video. It's the first time I've do it, and it didn't come out that great. But if you would be so inclined to watch it, it's on the channel. But I am digging. First of all, the music sounds really good. No surprises there, probably, but it sounds really, really nice. Few things. So Bo-Katan, I feel that both Bo-Katan and the armor are sort of, you know, the antagonists or the bad guys for this season. They don't seem to be very happy with Mando. So we'll see what that lands him. But if nothing else, it looks like we're getting, you know, we're going to see Mandalore, the planet, and it looks all busted up as, you know, as it should. And so very excited. We see a lot more Mandos, of course, again, to be expected. But finally, you know, we see them fighting. You know, we haven't seen them since, like, the first season, really fighting in force like that. Yes. So I agree. I think they might be start, edging towards an ending. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. If I was Disney, I keep pumping out Mando for the next 20 years, right? This is the way. Yes, exactly. I mean, they just straight up say it, right? Like, hey, what, you think your dad was the only Mando? No, no, they've definitely have not. Like I said, I'm hyped for all of these. Uh, they've done a really good job with Andor. Like I said, they definitely turned me around on it. Right, that's sort of where I'm getting at. They're extremes of the same thing, right? So it seems that one of them, saying you broke the rules, you're out, but the other one is saying, well, because of your rules, um, we were not united, and the army, or sorry, the Empire kicked our ass, and now you want my help. That's sort of what I'm getting at. Yeah, definitely, for sure. So that's going to be a point of contention, regardless, right? I kind of dig that they didn't show it, so it makes you wonder, right? Like, what's going on? Yeah, definitely, right? Something like that. You know, House Christ versus House Vizsla, things like that. So I'm all there for it. So yes, like I said, go check out that video or my blind reaction on it. I got maybe a little bit too excited on some of them, but yes, love that we're getting to see some familiar faces. Of course, the show itself, just from the trailer, it still looks amazing. I mean, I have no doubts that it's gonna look just gorgeous. You think so? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think between season one or I would say the hype for season 2 was probably the peak, right? Because season 1, we didn't really know what to expect, right? We hoped it was good, but we didn't know. And then we got all of season 1 and everybody just, lost their minds. So the hype between season 1 and season 2, yeah, you're absolutely right. I feel it was higher than this for sure. Because again, we didn't know what was going on. And then all of a sudden, we got this awesome thing. And so like, how can you elevate that even further, right? But yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, so Bo-Katan technically she was part of the Death Watch, right? And she has the Night Owls, and then she splintered off and all of that stuff. So yeah, it's not like she's how do you call it? She's no stranger to being an extremist, right? So, oh yeah, no, same here, man. I think about it and it just still blows my mind. But I agree. I don't know what they're doing this time around. I mean, unless they bring in an entire like army of Mandalorians against the Empire and against the Republic or something like that, like an epic battle type of thing, which they might do, by the way. Like it would sort of fit the story, I think, at this point. All right, so that is covering the highlights of the D23 convention. Again, Disney's very own sort of Comic-Con type of thing. There was a lot more to talk about in general. Like I said, they showed some stuff for Marvel. They showed the new Mermaid, trailer, live action, things like that. That's been going around quite a bit. But these are the main points for Star Wars, right? And I think they did just fine. I think they did a really good job of getting people hyped up, and I think that they're gonna do a job with the shows. Okay, Tales of the Jedi, like I said, I'm excited about it because we're gonna see some stories that we've been wanting to see for almost decades now. Hey, Joy, thank you so much for joining, man. Guys, if for whatever reason you don't know the Padawan Collector, go check out his channel, okay? His is probably the best Star Wars collecting, vintage Star Wars collecting channel out there, like hands down, all right? My man has been taking YouTube by storm, all right? He's been here for about a year or so, but his channel has grown incredibly. I think you're at 20K now, and if not, you will be by like tomorrow anyway. And so go check him out. He does a metric ton of research for every single one of his videos, and he shares the knowledge in a very awesome way. Go check him out if you haven't. Tell him the general sent you. And yes, I am all for that. That's what I meant about, the like an epic battle. I'm all for, the Mandalorians like battling it out in a grand scale to retake Mandalore. So I appreciate you stopping by also. Yes, this means I'm going to need a lot more shelf space because I want every single Mandalorian they're put out. I'll buy them. I mean, I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not. They're all repaints. I don't care. I want them all. Basically, I've always liked Mandalorians. And now that they're finally mainstream, I'm all for, buying the merch. No, man, thank you. I really appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, I've always enjoyed your content. You're a great guy, of course. And, I really do appreciate you taking the time to stop by here on the High Ground, which, by the way, I would absolutely love to have you on sometimes. But I know you're uber busy, so, I don't want to put any pressure on you. Okay, guys. So speaking of having guests, I was actually invited this Friday to the Spice Runners Lounge. And let me drop in that YouTube channel right here on the chat. So if you guys wouldn't mind, go check them out. First of all, those are really great guys. Oh man, dude, I appreciate you so much. We'll talk for sure. But thank you, man. Just the fact that you're willing to do it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And so this Friday, again, I will be the guest of honor at the Spice Runners Lounge. It should be a Friday, I believe, at 9 p.m. Central. And I would love it if you guys could stop by, show these guys some love, first of all. And let me, oops, I'm not sharing. Sorry. So this is what they look like. Their icon, the Spice Runners Lounge. I left the link on the description and check it out. Right there. Look what that is. So, so that is, again, that is scheduled for, that is scheduled for Friday at 8 p.m. I'm sorry. And also, please remember that I'll be sharing all this information into my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, please go ahead and do so. That's the name right there displayed on the screen. So again, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you could carve out some time of your weekend and stop by, say hi. Again, I would greatly appreciate that. Once again, that is the Spice Runners Lounge. And as I mentioned before, also at the beginning of the stream, I believe, I got a new video dropping on Friday with my man, The Legacy of Nerd. We did a little joint toy hunting over the weekend. And so, once again, guys, if you are not following him for some reason, let me go ahead and share right there on the chat. That is The Legacy of Nerds channel. And like I said, be on the lookout for that video on Friday. Yeah, right. Definitely. Oh, yeah. I'll be on the lookout for that. So let's start wrapping up, guys. I really, really appreciate each and every single one of you stopping by. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode here of The High Ground. If this was your first time here, I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you return. We try to do it every Wednesday, where we basically get together and talk Star Wars, whether it be Star Wars toys, Star Wars news like today, or just, whatever comes to mind. We're trying to do more guests here on the show. I feel that those episodes are the most enjoyable because, it's always nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of, and me not having to talk 100% of the time. That's a plus. So once again, thank you so much for joining me. Guys, go ahead and check out all the people that I mentioned here. We'll go real quick. Sorry. Padawan Collector, Legacy of Nerd, GeForce Racing, Yukon Phil. Where's the other one? I'm sorry, I'm blanking out. Action Figure Podcast, of course. My man, Hey Archer, and Nerd Affiliated. Go check out all of those guys. They put out amazing content, way better than mine, by the way. Just throwing it out there. And so once again, guys, if you could tune in on Friday at the Sparks Runners Lounge, I would greatly appreciate it. These guys are basically a group of collectors, but those guys collect, some high-end stuff, replicas, one of a kind. They do their own custom things. So I think you would enjoy the show, is what I'm trying to say. So without anything else thanks, man. I always appreciate you joining. Thank you so much. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I was saying goodbye. Thank you guys once again for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope to see you on Friday. And go ahead and check out the channel. We got good things coming up. If you can, please, once again, check out my Instagram right there on the screen, and check out my TikTok. I'm really trying to grow on TikTok, right? But like I said, I'm still having trouble figuring it out. I think I'm just too old, honestly. But with that, again, thank you so much, each and every single one of you. I appreciate you. I always enjoy talking to you guys. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next time, because this time it's over, since I have the high ground. Y'all have a good night.